Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're talking about how you could strum along with a song about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air called Nightmare on My Street. And we're going to start out on an E minor chord, and the way you play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger goes to the D string on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, at different points in the tune, actually, what can be kind of cool on an E minor chord is to kind of take the pinky and kind of add him in on the B string on the third fret, and that sounds like E minor 7 chord. So while you're on E minor, you might want to think about kind of using that for your E minor chord. Or if you take your third finger or your pinky, you can kind of add him in on the B string on the second fret, and that's something called E minor 6. So you might want to kind of think about using that too. And randomly, if you kind of dig on this, you could kind of take the E minor and play it with the second finger and the third finger. So now I got a second finger on the A string second, third finger on the D string second. And that kind of frees you up to take the first finger and kind of put them on the B string on the first fret. So while you're on the E minor, you might want to kind of think about kind of working some moving lines actually kind of with those B string notes. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to a C major chord. And the way you play C major, first finger stays on the B string first fret, or goes to the first fret on the B string. Second finger goes to the D on the second fret, third finger goes to the A string on the third fret, and if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And randomly, because we kind of talked about that idea on the E minor, you might even want to think about using the pinky to kind of add him in on the B string on the third fret, or taking the first finger to kind of go to the regular C, or even lifting off the first finger of the C and kind of getting something called C major 7, so you may want to think about kind of getting some moving notes. Now there's this cool little piano intro that kind of happens around those chords at the beginning, where you could play the open E, and then open B, and then open E, and then 7th fret on the high E string, and then 6th fret on the high E string, and then 7th fret on the high E string, and then we go over 1 fret to the 8th fret on the high E string, and you might even want to kind of get another finger to play the 8th fret on the low E string at the same time. It's kind of 2 C notes together. So we're kind of going open E, B, E, B, A sharp, B, C's together, and you kind of hear that lick, so if you wanted to kind of add that in. Now a lot of times with a song like this though, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So if you took the E minor and just tried that a lot, you have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you want to kind of play around with that. And if we try that through our intro and our verse progression, we'd have the E minor, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, E minor, down, down, C, down, down, C, down, down, That's a lot of our tune, actually. Now, something else I would think about adding to that strum pattern, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on the first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the E minor, you'd have the low E string for your bass. And on the C, you'd have the A string for your bass. So you could kind of work it as kind of an E minor with the bass, down, up, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up. Now another strum pattern I would think about using through the song though is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts. This would be really, really slow actually with our down, down, up, down to get that to kind of work with the song. What a 16th note is where we divide that into 4 parts, and that's called a 16th note. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, progression. We have E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. If you're digging on the basses though, you could kind of add those to that pattern too, and you could make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Cool variations. So you have E minor, really bass, C and A bass, C and A bass, E minor really bass, really bass, C and A bass, C and A bass. We're basically going to be repeating that pattern until we get to kind of a bridge vamp in the middle of the song, where we actually end up just staying on the E minor chord. You hear this cool little bass line there, where you could play the open E, 7 on the A string twice, 5th on the D string, and then 5th on the A string, and then 7th fret on the A string. So 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, and then we play open E, 7, 7, 7, 5, 5, and kind of a little variation of that. So 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 5. Throw that in on that part. Or if you just wanted to strum through it, actually you could just stay on that E minor through that whole part. That E minor, kind of when that vamp bass line kind of comes in. Or you could be working that with your 16th pattern or any of the variations we talked about. And at the end, actually, there's some other places in the song where this happens, where you may want to think about doing kind of downs. And sometimes that happens on the E minor, it happens at the very end of the vamp. And from there we go back into kind of our verse chorus. And there are a couple places through the song actually where you may want to kind of work that lower your C chord and kind of work kind of some stop time hits. And what I'm doing is kind of a down and then kind of killing the strings with the right hand. Especially if you want to make it a little creepy, that can be kind of cool there. That's the basics of how you can strum through Nightmare on My Street. And you'll kind of see here like that recurring lick kind of come back through. So you can see that we kind of started with that. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Nightmare on My Street. So good luck!